And welcome back to Global News. I have an announcement to make. A very big announcement to make. It's not that big, but for me it's big. So, if you don't like this announcement, that's okay. It's fine. It's your opinion. It's not really anyone's. It's your opinion. You have the decision to think what you're gonna think. So, I'm here with Global News himself. And today I'm going to be starting a co-podcast on his main podcast, which is called Let's Talk Lego. This is the first episode, so hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Lego games in particular, not Legos themselves. We're going to be talking about Lego games, how fun I had with them, and ranking them, how good they are. I'll have them in this tier list. S tier being the highest tier, and F tier being the lowest tier. Alright, so let's start off with my most recent game that I've got recently. Lego Ninjago movie, the video game, which is probably one of the longest names for a Lego game ever. So, yeah. I'm just gonna start off. This game is. Let's talk about story first. Overall story, it's pretty good, but it's kind of quick, you know. I couldn't say I didn't have any fun because it was really great, and I love how the levels that you play in can be played as hubs when you're done with the level. After that, and there's more stuff. There's more stuff when you actually unlock the level and you're able to play it. So now you have this huge hub world where there's different collectibles, and for each of these these collectibles can be they're kind of hard to get. In fact, so in order to beat this game, you're gonna need several characters with different types. Of course, if you want to get more characters and get more stuff and get more items, but so now let's talk. Now that we're talking about collectibles, let's talk about that. The collectibles in this game are pretty hard to get. Yeah, sure, I literally just said that, but you know, I don't really know. I've tried collecting a few collectibles, but I found it to be pretty hard. Sure, you can use the collectible you could get a red brick collectible that could help you with that, which locates the exact collectibles for you. Green meaning character, and gold meaning gold bricks, of course.
Video game or playset.
What? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, sir? Oh right, I forgot. So, okay, out of the three things I've described, what if you were to play this game, what would you think of it? It's based off of
Video game or playset.
Video game.
Okay. So, this is a video game that has been around for how long?
It's probably since 2017.
Okay, 2017 was the first announcement or
trailer.
The first introduction to Lego Ninjago, right? And so since then,
the video game.
Yes, since then, it's been how many different series or
TV shows?
How many different versions of the game since 2017? How many games?
There's been a lot of games. I can't really count, but I do know there's a lot of Ninjago video games. So continue.
Okay, so it's a lot. Well, the one that you have, is that the latest one? What is it called?
I'm gonna be honest. No, it's not really the latest one because there's probably still gonna be more coming up soon. Just like the Lego Ninjago show, which they're still continuing the series onwards. So,
Which one are you playing right now? What's the name of it?
the name of the Lego game, Lego Ninjago movie video game, and that's probably the longest name for a Lego game I ever own. So yeah.
So there's a game based off of the movie. When was the movie released?
The movie was, I think it was also released in 2017, but I don't know. I don't know.
So basically, we're talking about a Lego
Ninjago movie, yes. That
Lego game
yes
based off
of a movie, yes.
the Lego Ninjago movie. Almost like the Lego movie video game based off of the movie Lego movie.
Yes, there's also, yeah, okay. So, also soon.
Have you seen the movie?
In particular, I'd probably say yes. I have seen the movie before.
So is the game exactly like the movie?
Well, not really, because now look, there are a few elements that we have to talk about. So let's get on to those. Now the levels are not the same to what's in the movie. They do take place in Ninjago City, but most of them don't look the same. Other than the names and what they're supposed to represent, yeah, they're the same. But all the other details are not in the movie. But there is one thing that there are two types of cutscenes in this movie. And cutscenes are basically like mini movies after you complete a level, or when you're going to transition to another level after you just completed another one. So, there's game cutscenes, which are made with the game, using the game's properties. And then there's the movie cutscenes, where they grab a file of the movie, put it in a screen, and make the camera look at it. That's what most programmers do. And and it's hidden underneath it's probably hidden underneath the map. The screens are probably, I'm guessing, probably hidden under the map of the entire game. And the game is split into these levels. So now let's talk about the hubs. Of course, I already talked about it, but let's talk a little bit more on that because I didn't really talk about it too much. So the hubs are split into, I think, about 8 hubs. There's 8 hubs in the game, and the 7th one, the one that is before 8th, has another one. So that's technically 9 hub worlds to explore, which is probably the most hub worlds in a Lego game ever. So the Lego Ninjago has broken 2 Lego world records. 1 being the longest name, and 2 having the most hub worlds in a game. Now, I don't know if there's any Lego game with more or less levels than that, so I don't really know. But anyways, now now that we're talking about the game, let's talk about the movie itself, and what fans think of it. So I know at least some of you here, probably some of the audience here, have at least watched Lego Ninjago. All right, so everyone else, so most people, when they're thinking about the Lego Ninjago movie, like, man, You know what that did for me? It ruined Lego Ninjago show for me, because everything great that the show had just flopped down when the movie came. And I'm gonna be honest, the fans are correct, because they have a very low, I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes work on, but it had a very low or high percentage of Rotten Tomatoes, so I guess people just don't like the movie that much. And it failed. It definitely failed. And that also came a bit with the Lego Movie 2 when that released. But let's get back onto the game. Now, as for the characters in the game, pretty decent, actually. It takes all the characters, villains, and old, new, everything from the show, and everything from any other IPs or whatever else they have, and then they just bring it into the game. And I love the character roster. It is great, and that's probably... Now, it's good. So, listen, here's the last factor before we end off this episode.
So, give us a review of the movie in a rating of 1 to 5 stars, and also give us a review of the game, 1 to 5 stars, and also the details you're mentioning about the movie and the game. The people who, do you think people went out and actually saw the movie?
Yeah, they definitely did.
So,
but
okay, so if you could compare that movie to the Lego Movie itself, would it be the same far as interests?
Interests, as in like people like it?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no, because
Okay.
not many people like it. I'm okay. Some people might be like, okay, but listen.
How does that
I'm
affect
gonna be
the
honest,
game?
the movie's okay. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad or good. It's okay. It's kind of bad because it took a lot of stuff from the show, but kind of enjoyed the movie and the game. So yeah, I'll give it like I would probably give it around like a 3.
Which one?
3.5.
Which one?
The movie.
Okay.
Now the game.
Would that? So if people went and saw the movie and they was like, we didn't like the movie, do you think that they would actually see a game and then say, let's go play the game, or let's go get the game?
No. Listen.
How does that work?
Regardless, for me, this is my opinion. Regardless of whether I watched a Lego movie and it was terrible or good, I would still, just because I was watching that, I would remind myself, hey, you know that movie that you watched earlier? Well, guess what? We found a video game of that. So you wanna go check that out? Yeah, man, yeah. So now let's talk on the last factor before I rate the game. Character creator. This is the most important part of my rating, because I like the character creator. If the character creator is good, I probably would give it around 3 or 4 or 5. If it's not, it really mostly depends. So the character creator is okay, except just one little thing that I can get over. The arms and the gloves and the legs and all the other pieces, including the hips, are not. You can't change those. You can't change the color of those. You cannot change what the legs are or what the arm is. And what I mean by that is, like, Lego characters are divided into specific parts. If you don't understand it, just go. Anyways, there's a set, so there's like the torso piece and then the leg piece, and then you only can choose like out of those options. So it's kind of like a bundled mix. And then there's head and then items and all of that. And I'm gonna be honest, it's good. It's really great. And I'd give this game, for my rating, I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
So basically, the moral of the story is basically it doesn't matter whether other people were interested in the movie or even the game itself. You do your research, you look through the particular entertainment, or should I say Lego features and releases, and you determine which ones you would like or enjoy playing, and then that's what you invest in and eventually get. And it doesn't matter what others may like about the game, basically.
All right, yeah.
Right.
So, that's all, folks. Next time, probably tomorrow or today, who knows, we're going to be making another episode. And this episode's going to be on the Lego Movie video game itself. I've already completed this game mostly, so we'll just talk about what I liked about the game and what I didn't. Alright, folks. That's it. See you later.
So long.
Goodbye.